Well, hello everybody. Pedro here with CineMilled, back in the CineMilled garage on a very hot California day, but we are in the garage today to do only fun things. And work is the town is a little slow at the moment, so we figured let's get busy. Let's do some fun stuff. And so this is why we find ourselves in our little CineMilled studio area. Here is what I affectionately call the CineMilled garage. You've probably seen our makeshift studio a few times in our YouTube channel. So I figured I'm going to show you guys around the studio and show a couple of cool things that we have around here. The least of which is this beautiful thing, which I just want to tease you a little bit because that's what we're going to be doing really fun here, messing with the next few days. And if you hang out, we're going to show a few things that we're getting ready with this beautiful vehicle we have here. But I have a lot of cool stuff to show you today. So let's get started with what I'm pointing at right here. So this is a CineMilled gimbal dock, right? Your best friend on set, ultra adjustable. And this is my personal Ronin Rs3 setup. Let me switch over to this side. And it's a Ronin Rs3 with my Panasonic GH5s. I use an S model. It doesn't have the IBIS. I do a lot of vehicle stuff, so personally I prefer to get rid of the IBIS. We got here my Sigma 18 to 35. Oh, actually, this is not my Sigma. This is my Tokina. And it is the 11 to 20 Tokina. And it's a PL mount like all the lenses I own. I prefer that. Let me get that on there. I prefer PL. Just gives you a much more securely mounted lens. You can, when the focus motor turns the rings, you get no movement on the mount. So, anyways, it's I've always been more on the cinema side of things, and so that's why all my lenses are PL. But anyway, so GH5s, we got a PL adapter here, and the Tokina lens. Little Misfit Atom matte box. But what I really want to talk about is my handlebar setup. So naturally, I'm going to be using the CineMilled ProRing handlebar system. So, or the Pro Handlebar system. So as some of you may know, or some of you may already own our Pro Ring, right, which is the entire ring. But the coolest thing about our ring is that it is totally modular. So if you want to ditch the bottom half of the ring, you can, of course. And this is what we did here. We also sell it just as a handlebar, just as essentially a half ring, right? Which is the setup you're seeing here. So we sell it in both configurations. And so what's really interesting here is I don't do a lot of content with the Rs3. We don't really make any Rs3 specific products. We left that to some of the other manufacturers in the industry. But I, of course, got myself an Rs3 and I needed to start shooting with it. And I'm really not a fan of the pistol grip style gimbals operating with the pistol grip. And naturally, I have my CineMilled ProRing, so that's what I needed to adapt. So really simply, what I did here is this is our clamp kit, and I already had my Ronin 2, my CineMilled Ronin 2 universal mount on my ProRing. And so to make it fit with the Rs3, we also make let me back up here and get some focus. We also make something called the Ronin 2 main mount. If you go on our website and go to the search bar function, it is CM 021. So what it is it's a complete replacement for the Ronin 2 receiver on top of the Ronin 2. But one of the other things you can do with it is use it as a quick release mount for anything, really. It doesn't have to be for the Ronin RS3. It can really be a quick release mount. I've already taken one of these, our quick release setup. Hey, what's up, Luke? Good to see you. Since Luke Severell just joined us here from Meet the Gaffer, I figured I show you all this thing. This is a Amaran F22c, and you guessed it, we have a CineRag on it, which is a muslin insert, right? This is a muslin Velcro insert that we make for a bunch of Aputure domes. Now we make for the F22c. So there you go. This is the first one. This is the prototype for the CineRag for the F22c right there. And that makes everything super creamy. Now, of course, I have it at on a HSI setting there, giving me this super warm color tone. So that's not the normal throw of the muslin. But anyways, nice to see you. Thanks for joining us, Luke. If you guys are not familiar with Luke Severell's work, he has an awesome channel. He's a gaffer up in the Bay Area. He has an awesome channel that I've been following for a long time. And he's actually done a review recently of our CineRags for the 150 dome and the 90 dome. And he has a cool video up on his channel talking a little bit about and doing some tests with the CineRags. But coming back here to our RS3 setup. So like I said, we got the CineMilled Pro Handlebar or ProRing, however you like it. Because you could take your ProRing and turn it into a handlebar just by, we sell the tubes in all sorts of different lengths, in 6.5, 8 inches, 12, 14, 16, 18, up to 30-inch long side tubes, right? So it's totally modular. Right here, I have it set up as a handlebar. But bleach mud CineRags are my secret weapon. Can't wait to get some for the F22. That's Grace Sonerias on Instagram. Thanks a lot, man. They are my go-to diffusion at the moment for everything I've been doing. I'm really in love with the muslin on the Aputure domes, and I'm just shout out to everybody out there. You owe yourself to give it a try. If you have a Aputure dome, you should absolutely give it a try. All right, back to what I was talking about here. So we got the 021 and the 022. So on our website, 021 is 022. So that is the CineMilled Ronin 2 main mount and the CineMilled Ronin 2 universal mount. As you can see, they slide into each other. You can lock it. And then I used a off-the-shelf power base universal mount for the DJI Rs3. And that's how I now have it all configured and set up, so how I can shoot with my Ronin Rs3, my Panasonic GH5s, using the CineMilled Pro Handlebar setup. So let me see if I can do that here with one hand, so you can just flick this open. Whoops. And there you go. And as you can see here, as I'm sliding it out, it has a slot in there, and you can then bolt it to the base here, the power base. And then, and then you can just slide the whole thing in and out of our CineMilled ProRing. So there you go. Slide it in, throw the lever over, and bam, you got it. So anyways, that's just a quick look at my camera setup for some of the things we do on our channel and the way I have it set up. And once again, all made possible by your best friend on set as a gimbal operator, the CineMilled Pro Gimbal Dock. All right, let's take a look. Let's talk about some other cool things here in our studio. So hanging here is, you may notice we have a lighting grid on the ceiling, right? And attached to that lighting grid, we have our CineMilled double yoke for the MRAN P60Cs. So that is pretty cool setup, and very cool product. I have an awesome video on YouTube giving a lot more insight and showing you all the different configurations you can do with the double yoke. Using it up on a grid like this is just one of the ways you can use the CineMilled double yoke. So that's pretty cool. You see you got a couple more Aputure lights hanging off our grid here. And you can notice our grid is actually made up of CineMilled fixed Houdini Speedrail clamps. Look at that. And that's our lighting grid. And our grid is actually motorized. You can see up there in the ceiling how it's that is the motorized lifting setup that we sell, the CineLIFT, that we sell on our website. So if you go to our website and you type in CineLIFT, you will see this really cool system that it's a movable platform. We actually have a few of them here in the CineMilled garage in our little makeshift studio. Here is another one. And actually we have an upper mezzanine area here in the shop. And médico. We got some people from Brazil joining us here. So we have an upper mezzanine area here in the shop, and we use the CineLIFT right there. You see those are actually winches, and you have a remote control, and you can lower this and raise it, and that's how we get stuff up and down. But more importantly, that's how I get my grid up and down. And actually, here is the remote control for the CineLIFT. And I also have a CineLIFT installed to raise and lower my backdrop. So you can see there the motor. Here, let me get a better angle here. So you see up there, we have the motor, the CineLIFT motor. And you can see here I have my backdrops. I have two 12-foot rolls. So this is super heavy. If you've ever used 12-foot rolls, you'll understand. So all you do is press a button, and look at that. It just comes down automatically, and then you can press a button for it to go up by itself. So it comes with the remote. Fairly easy to install. I always recommend having someone who knows what they're doing it, because it is installing onto your ceiling. So you kind of need to know what you're doing. But super powerful. You can lift up to a motorcycle on that thing. And it also, you can set stops for it. So you can set like a soft stop wherever you want on the height. So as you can see here in a CineMilled garage, we got one for the backdrop. We got one for my lighting grid. So I have an entire Speedrail lighting grid set up. There's one of the lights coming off the lighting grid. And then over there, I got another one we're sort of using it as an elevator and to take things up and down. All right. And all right. And if you missed here the beginning of the broadcast, here is once again our Rs3 setup and our Emotimo ST4 motion control that I use on some of our videos. And what else we got cool going on here? So why are you looking at a CineMilled action arm right now? So CineMilled action arm is out because, you guessed it, we are in the CineMilled garage. This is a pickup truck bed. This is a very special pickup truck that we've been given access to do some really cool things with. And of course, that's why the CineMilled action arm is out and getting prepped here. So if you're not familiar, this is the CineMilled version of a suspension arm. like you'll see out there, to stabilize the vertical axis of your camera car, of your vehicle rig. So right here we got the CineMilled Ronin 2 universal mount. This is an isolator that we are making, a vibration isolator. And then of course this beautiful Fox-Shock Float X2, super high-end, top of the line, best in the industry, to control your Z-axis, your vertical movement at all speeds, precisely, right? So there you go. That's our CineMilled action arm right there. If you haven't seen it, it is on our website. We have a ton of videos of this on our YouTube channel. All right, moving on. Let's see what else we got here that's cool. All right. So I don't want to spoil the fun here we're going to be doing here pretty soon, but we got some pretty cool things here that we're doing. One of them is, look at that. That is the brand new CineMilled Smart Starter in action on a super expensive show car, right? Which is this car that it's attached to. So as you can see here, it's a little dusty, but basically we are taking those screws right there and using that to create a mount point for our rig. So I got here some things laid out that we're going to be using for this build. We got the CineMilled 360 Houdini clamps right there. Got a bunch of them, which I'm going to need. This is, of course, how we're going to be controlling our Ronin 2 on the back of the action arm. I have it set up here with my CineMilled, with the C-Motion C-Volution handset. This is a fizz unit. This is a very high-end cinema level focus iris zoom controller, wireless controller that I've owned for quite a while. This is my personal unit, and using the mount points on the back of, this is called the CineMilled control panel, the CineMilled Ronin 2 control panel. So the CineMilled Ronin 2 control panel takes the Ronin 2 remote that you see right there and then cradles it inside. You mount it, right? And it cradles it inside, so it gives you a platform to operate your Ronin 2. And yeah, so that is a must-have if you're going to be doing vehicle work on the Ronin 2 in a vehicle. You got to have the Ronin 2, the CineMilled control panel. It is a vital accessory. More on the car later. You may note this beautiful Speedrail right here. This is the CineMilled Precision Speedrail, carbon fiber Speedrail. It's real carbon fiber. Look at that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful carbon fiber. A car like this beautiful car, deserves a Speedrail at the same level. So we're not just going to use any old Speedrail. We're not just going to use any old black Speedrail that we do sell. We're going to use carbon fiber precision Speedrail on this. So yeah, so we got a lot of toys here today. We got a sneak peek at the F22c CINERAGS. We got our CineMilled Pro Handlebar system, quick releasing, connecting to a Ronin Rs3 via the CineMilled main mount and the CineMilled Ronin 2 universal mount. These are technically both Ronin 2 pieces, but they work, obviously you can see here, they work as a quick release for pretty much anything you want to put in the ring, for example. So, yeah, you saw how our CineLIFTs work. Very cool. And I'll probably do one just on the CineLIFTs sometime this week. But since we're starting these daily lives, I wanted to give you guys just a quick overview of what we are cooking here in the CineMilled garage. So we're here, it's hot, but we're sweating it out and we're getting ready to shoot some really cool, super cool car stuff. We're gonna build out this amazing vehicle. That I'm swiping real quick here so you don't get a really good look at this, but this is a beautiful car. We're really lucky to be able to do something really unique with it. And as you can see here in the background, we are fans of old junk, old treasure, right? This is a Oldsmobile, quite literally. Up here is a Pontiac, which if you go on our YouTube channel, this is the star of our latest music video that is on our YouTube channel. This is a 1954 Pontiac Star Chief. That's right. So we did a bunch of rigging on this car. You can see here a little bit under it. We did a bunch of rigging on this car. I've done a bunch of videos with this car. It's all on our YouTube channel. Head on over to our YouTube channel to see this car in action. And all right, you can see here the slate, and we're getting ready to shoot some content for our YouTube, for all of our fans out there. It is a PS4 controller. That is how you control the Spectrum, the eMotomo Spectrum ST4 motion control head, which is what that is. So the PS4 controller controls the head. It's the joystick. You can pan and tilt and zoom with it. You can, that's how you do all the settings. That's how you interface with the eMotomo ST4 motion control head right there. All right, guys. Well, just trying to do these daily lives to stay in touch with everybody, share a little bit of the things that we're doing every day. Yesterday, we were in our shipping office, and I gave you a look at the new 10-inch wedge suction cup, which we're going to be using for another little project that we're doing. And and today we're here in the garage, and I'm just sharing some of the things that we're prepping to do a awesome video with this amazing vehicle right here. All right, guys, I'm gonna sign off. And it's been good to share some of the cool stuff we've been doing. Hope you're out there working. I hope you're out there sending out some invoices. And I'll see you on the next daily live transmission. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. See you later. Bye-bye.